Hello guys, in this video we'll be talking about how to use Google Drive API in our Flutter application. We'll be using the API to upload files we pick with our app to our Google Drive. So to start this, we need to go to the Google Cloud Console. So after getting there, we need to create a new project. So I'm going to call this new project Google Drive Upload and tap on create. Okay. So now that we have our project that has been created, we need to get something called the client ID. To get started, we need to enable the APIs we're going to be making use of, which in this case is the Google API, the Google Drive API. Sorry. So go head over to APIs overview. Enable APIs and services. Search for the Drive API and tap on enable. After enabling our API, we need to create credentials. User data. Next, we need to add our scope, the Google Drive scope right here, and continue. Application type Android. We need to get our package name. There's the package name right here. And we need to get our fingerprint. Okay, the SHA1. Now we tap on create. Okay, now we have our client ID. We need to copy it and save it somewhere. Okay, I've created a class, a file called constant. I'm going to be saving my client ID right there, and done. Now that we have our client ID, we can go ahead and import our packages and plugins. So for this tutorial, I'll be using about 4 different packages and plugins. First is the Google API, the Google API's package, then the Google API is off, which is to basically authenticate, and the URL launcher, I'll be using it alongside the Google API's auth for authentication, and the file picker to pick a file before upload. So now let's run pub.get. Okay, now that's done, you can go ahead and dive into the main code. So I have a file here that I've already created that I call drive service. To start, we need to define our scopes. List string. So let's import the the Google API as version 3 as G drive. Okay, so now use G drive drive API dot drive scope, because we are trying to access um the Google Drive API, so we need to add the Google Drive scope. Let's create the upload. upload function. It should take in a file, a regular .io file. So for this, we need to access the Drive API, G Drive API. Okay, one positional argument expected. So it needs to take in a HTTP client. So for this, we need to log in and get this HTTP client. So let's create another function called get HTTP client. Asynchronous, of course. So the Google APIs of package provides us with functions that can allow us get an authenticated HTTP client, and that's what we are going to use right now. So return await clients via user consent. Import our client ID. Add our scopes. Okay, private. Let's import. Okay, it's a string. Client ID. Okay, that's how we should import the client ID. And then the user prompt. So create another function called the prompt. Gives us the URL. And here we'll just basically launch the URL that we get using the URL launcher package. Launcher plugin. So we'll call the prompt here. So now this is supposed to give us the client, HTTP client that we require. So we have to come back here. Clients supposed to await get HTTP clients. And we have to feed the client into the Drive API here. So now the next thing is to basically upload the file, which is response supposed to with Google Drive, the G Drive that will go up there. So drive here dot files dot create. Load media. G drive dot media. I'll put our result here. To JSON. So it's a string. Okay. So now we have our upload function. We have our get HTTP client, which is basically like a login function. Now we can go to our home screen, which I've created here with the upload image button here. Okay, there is a pick and upload file function that we need to complete. So first of all, we need to pick the file. And for us to do this, we need to go ahead and check the file picker plugin, see how it's done. Okay, there is. So we'll import this file picker and then the file. Okay, so now here we've after we've gotten our file here, we need to basically call the the upload function we created in our Drive service. Upload file, and then the button is already calling the function. So now we need to run our app and see how it's doing. That's going to take a few seconds to a few minutes. Okay, so the app is up and running now. Once we tap the upload button, we can pick an image. Actually, we can pick any file we want. So I'm picking this shoe right here. And now it takes us to a page to authenticate. Okay, it says access denied. Developer has not given you access. If you get this error, it basically means you need to add this email. The person that is authenticating to add them to your Google Cloud console as a test user. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So go ahead to the auth consent screen. Tap on the add users button. Okay, so save. Now we have to restart the entire process. Select the shoe. Now it's working fine. Allow. It seems this is our response from the API. So just to be sure, to start again. Okay, so now we have it here. Response here, the ID, and all. So if I'm to go to my Google Drive, now I'm going to see this image. So that wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.